Today I want to talk about the Nephilim, the giants of old. The Nephilim, there were giants in the earth in those days. So what you had was when the Anunnaki came to earth, give or take 400 some thousand years ago, they came to earth and they had certain ranks of deities, Anu, Enlil, Enki, to name a few. And basically you have a hierarchy. And that's how Nibiru's royal lineage works. So the igigi, they're not Anunnaki, but they are deities that helped the Anunnaki build pyramids, and they helped them. They had like a way station on Mars. They called it Lemieux at the time, where they used it for storage and to refine all the metals before they shipped them back to Nibiru. So the igigi, and the reason I'm talking about these subjects is because I try to link them in with the modern day terminology, so we get a greater understanding of the world and of our history. So the igigi are the watchers. They're the giants. Okay, then a young Anunnaki god was sent to be the overseer of the giants. Marduk, he was their leader. Okay, and he subdued them on Mars for some time. And then you have Enki, his father, who knew all the magic and all the secrets of the Abzu, which was Africa, deep down in southern Africa. That's where the Abzu is. So it's all mixed up. But so anyway, back to the igigi. I'll make it all make sense. Back to the igigi and Marduk. You know, these were the giants and the titans. Marduk was a titan. And then you had the other deities who were in charge of Earth. They were in charge of Earth. And the igigi and Marduk, they really didn't have much claim in the beginning. But as time went on, and these deities were on Earth, the balance began to change, because the atmosphere of Earth started to make them weaker. You aged some of them. It just changed everything. So while the change was taking place, Marduk in his city, which was Egypt at the time, I believe this is before he went to Babylon, and even before Egypt, before he went and established Egypt, Marduk had the right to marry Earthling female because he was pure Anunnaki. He was the son of Enki, and I forgot his mother's name. That's another topic. But the igigi, these were not Anunnaki. These were other extraterrestrials, not as strong as the Anunnaki, so they worked for the Anunnaki. But Marduk had oversaw them for some time on Mars, and they complained to Marduk about not having wives and not being able to marry and have children. They complained to Marduk, and Marduk complained to Enlil, who was the chief deity at the time. And he heard the complaint, but he really didn't act on it. So Marduk ended up marrying an Earthling female, and he was allowed to because he was pure Anunnaki. See, they go by rank and power and authority, which the universe goes by today, but they're hiding it and suppressing it. It goes by your strength. So anyway, Marduk was getting married, and they decided to leave. The igigi decided to leave Mars and go to Earth and take Earthling females. And if you read the Bible, it's Ezekiel. Ezekiel is when they talk about the fallen angels. So they knew they were going to have to pay the price for it, but they did it anyway. But Marduk didn't have to pay no price because he was Anunnaki and he had the rank. And he ended up enduring and fighting and going on and becoming the head deity. And these igigi, I believe they became stones and rocks, still studying, trying to find out exactly what happened to them. But they end up dying after 500 years or so. I'm reading the book now or listening to it. And these were the devourers, the giants, the titans in ancient times. They called them devourers because they devoured people's pride and everything people thought they knew. People got lost in their aura. And they lost themselves to the giants. So Enlil decided to bring the flood. Because Marduk and the Gigi were starting to take over the earth. And they called it corruption. But I'm here to say the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's a tree right there. What do you think that means? The tree of knowledge of good and evil. It's all about increasing your vibration or falling under someone else's vibration. Are you strong enough? There is no good, there is no evil. There is just vibrations and strength. Are you strong enough to be independent? And of course, everything matters. The universe is mathematics. You have to do your numbers. It's a long way to go. The igigi, the giants, I'm on them, I'm studying them. I almost ended it. Wait, I wanted to talk about the flood real quick. Enlil brought the flood on the igigi because they started to devour the earth. What is the interpretation of that? They were just, well, they said it taught them enchantments. They taught humans enchantments and all types of things, and fornication was on earth and everything. But my thing is, I think they were just living, and the head deity was just worried. I ain't gonna say jealous, but people were worried about their space or their rank. And then what happened? Enlil let in that fear, and that was his downfall. Always worried about Marduk. Always worried about what someone else was doing. And that's the fear. That's the vibration. That's the lower vibration that consumes you. And the devourers were above that. And if you can overcome and live above fear and how you look in front of people and get your mathematics of the universe right, your calculations, you can live above fear and find these deep truths that need to be known so we can devour the earth.